Hey, I'm the guy on the tour that blah, blah, blah.
Nice.
So, by the
On the
way, would
what?
you like to come on the show?
Yeah, exactly. Welcome back to the Whiskey Shaman podcast, where we drink whiskey so you don't have to. But you probably are. Hey, and that's why we love you. Before we get started today, I wanted to tell you how you can support this channel. I need you to go to thewhiskeyshaman.com and pick up a cool t-shirt like this. I have glasses. I have a hat. It's a stupid hat, but go get it. Today we have a very special two guests, and we are going to dip in some samples. We're going to talk life. We are going to get possibly a little dad-like. We'll see what happens. But I have none other than Cole and Bryan from the Chillfilteredpodcast, and I labeled this episode Filtered Chaos for a reason. Because I feel like when you get us three together, it's going to turn into something structured but yet chaotic at the same time. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's going to be a fun show. I have a couple of blinds here, but the question you guys always ask in the beginning of your shows: what are y'all entry buzzing on? We're not doing a re-entry buzz. Sorry.
We kind of
All
are,
right, you
though.
go first.
We kind of are.
We kind of plan to, at least.
Oh,
In
okay.
my sweet Whiskey Shaman glass here, I have a sweet Whiskey Shaman sample here of Fountain North single barrel from season 2. It is the Apple Brandy New Wood. Number 3.
That's sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, I thought maybe we were probably going to be drinking a lot, and I don't want to start off with a banger, like a proof banger, especially. This is a banger, don't get me wrong, but I went on the low proof end. One of the best 80-some proof whiskeys I have is Yamazaki 18, and that's 86 proof. And
you're doing it good. You're doing it real good.
Yeah.
So I will let you guys know I am sipping on my Infinity Barrel, which is right behind my head. And so what's in there is a bunch of I had sherry single malts in it before, pulled that out, and now it has bourbon in it. Everything from Penelope cast strength to what was it? It's right here. Oh, a Blue Note, some old tub. Tried to keep it above 100 proof. And it's really turning out really nice. And the sherry influence is there, but it's definitely bourbon up front. And it's running about 101 proof because there was a couple of cast strength ones in there. It's running about 101 proof. So it's really nice entry for something light. It's really good. So
nice. How do you proof it?
Huh? Well, how do I proof it? I have a alcohol meter, an alcoholometer.
One of those drop ones.
Yeah. You drop. Now I don't have the Anton Par one that's $6,000.
We were talking about that the other day.
I wish I did. They make another one called Easy Dents, which is like a $300 one. I thought about getting that one, but I'm not proofing that much, so it's not that big of a deal.
For sure.
Is that a app based, the $300 one?
Yeah,
okay.
It is.
That's cool. That's what I sent you the other day. The price on that might have got up because I swear it was like 400 maybe what I sent you.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 400.
Because it a lot of beer brewers and winemakers and stuff use it.
What is that the one? Infinity Barrel right here.
Awesome. But a lot of winemakers use it to like check their gravities on their wine. But we're not talking about wine. We're here talking about whiskey. So you guys were gracious enough to let me come on your show. So I wanted to return the favor, but it's a little bit different this time. So Cole, Bryan, tell us a little bit at the same time. At the same time. No, tell us a little bit about your background before the podcast, how long you've been in the podcasting game, and a little bit about yourself. Whoever wants to go first.
I guess I'll go first because I've been at it a little longer. My name's Cole, and I do a podcast. No, but before I did the podcast, I was working jobs I was working as a bartender for a little bit at a whiskey bar out in Richmond, Virginia. Before that, I was starting to collect a lot, and especially in 2015, and I started to write a blog as I was collecting, and it was basically how I was able to get a retail bottle of Eagle Rare 17 by making connections. And that was kind of cool. And that led me to the work at the bar, and the bar led me to starting the podcast with a guy named Adam. So over 375-ish episodes later, here we are. And that's what I like to do. And so I was one of the founding members of Chill Filtered, and just been enjoying it as my weekly therapy for 7.5 years now. So
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
and
awesome.
you can really think of it as Cole is Chill Filtered. Cole is the main tent pole here, and there have been other tent poles,
but it's certainly not the whole thing.
Yeah, true. Anyway, so my name's Bryan, and I am a farm boy from Kansas, and moved out to Phoenix. I live in Phoenix now. Moved out here in 2010, and I'm an engineer, day job. I do radio systems. So I work on like wireless transmission stuff for various interesting applications that I won't mention on a podcast. And we'll keep that really cagey. Everyone will be curious forever now.
Yeah,
but anyway, I just had my first and only child, Emma, just a little over a year ago. Yeah. And just living it up here. Way too hot in the summer, but absolutely perfect and beautiful weather here in the winter. So that's my life now.
Awesome.
Oh, podcast. Awesome. Whiskey. Yeah. COVID got me into whiskey, I guess. Just, many people got into whiskey during COVID. So late 2020, early 2021 was when I was really starting to get interested in a lot of things. And my interests have always remained very broad of like, I want to try everything. It started off with, I want to have everything. And then soon enough, I ended up with like 6 bottles of Elijah Craig barrel proof, different batches, and like random shelfers that was like, oh, I've never had this before, I'll try that. So I sip like an inch down the bottle, and then I have the rest of a bottle that I just never touch again. So I quickly realized I got to stop doing that. So anyway, I've kept a very broad horizons. I like to try anything and everything. I'm excited to do comparisons all the time. If you listen to the podcast, you'll hear like I'm always thinking of what strangely adjacent thing can I try to see if this is better. So that's my favorite thing to do, is do comparisons like that.
That's awesome. Because it really goes back to that, right? It goes back to I just released, well, not just, by the time this comes out, it'll be a couple weeks ago, but I released a podcast talking about doing blind samples. And that's what we're doing today, is a couple of those. And it's really cool how it kind of not trains your palate, but it kind of makes you realize, okay, this is what rye whiskey, with no obscure bias or anything like that. You don't know what it is. It literally says blind on it. Like that's all it says. You don't know what it is. So you just go into it saying, okay, these notes, I get these notes, and it just helps to develop your palate a little bit more. And then you can kind of say, oh, I really like that, so maybe I'll dip into more rye or more single malts or whatever, and then you can just kind of build your palate on that. So Bryan, how long have you been sipping on whiskey? And was it from the beginning, or was it 2020 that brought you into the whiskey part?
Oh, it was 2020 that brought me into the whiskey part.
Wow.
I have a specific memory here of in early 2020, like within a month before everything locked down due to COVID, we went on this big trip with like 4 other couples. So there were like 10 of us in a cabin at like a ski lodge. It was Telluride, Colorado.
Okay.
Colorado? Yeah, Colorado.
Yeah, Telluride's in the western portion. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was like, is it Utah? I don't know. So a buddy of mine brought a bottle of Macallan 18, and he bought it. He bought it because he had recently got a promotion or something, and he was like looking for a celebration bottle. He'd heard that like high-end whiskeys are kind of a cool thing. Maybe I should just like go for this and try it and just see if I like it as a celebration. And so he brought that bottle of Macallan 18 to the trip for us all to try, because he didn't like it very much.
I figured he didn't like
it. Because it was very brand new to him too.
Oh, for sure.
So us 5 guys are all sitting around sipping Macallan 18, and we're all like, Yeah, I mean, I guess it's okay. I don't know. Like all of us didn't really like it very much, but it spurred like an interest in like, well, what else is there and what else is going on? So I can say that I didn't really like whiskey very much in 2020, but in early 2020, but by the end of 2020, I was just buying anything and everything on the shelf because I wanted to try everything.
Okay.
That's great.
Awesome. What about you, Cole?
First experience with whiskey was I was at this summer camp one time. So this isn't the exact first experience with whiskey.
Okay.
One guy was like, "Hey, try some Jack," and that was that. But
Right.
I really to think my first experience with whiskey was I was working at a summer camp right after I graduated college. I didn't have a job lined up, so I took this job as the arts and crafts director for the men's side of this like summer camp, and that basically meant like the shop, not like like we're doodling and stuff. Anyway, after defending myself on the smallest little thing, so we would have these days off, and it was like I was there for like a month and a half. So we would have these days off, and this one guy, his name's Jay, brought me to this shop in Western Connecticut, and he's like, "Trust me." And this was in 2012, right after I graduated college, and he takes me to the shop. He grabs an Eagle Rare. He's like, "Trust me, this is the best like thing we got here," and it probably was. And he taught me that day what really led me to loving whiskey was the method that he originally taught me of drinking whiskey so it didn't burn. And the first experience I did have with Jack Daniels was like, this burns a lot. And I've had some liquors otherwise, but not really whiskeys that really burn and just made it taste terrible. But this method he taught me, which kind of has to do with like holding your breath a little bit and like letting it not oxidize much. Anyway, I was like, I think I like whiskey. And then the next time I went to a bar with my sister, I was like, it's got a bird on it. Is it wild turkey? I think it's wild turkey. And then later I realized it was Eagle Rare. Yeah. That's my first experience with whiskey, really.
That's awesome.
Okay. Well, that's,
Randall,
I mean, that's,
can you give us your spiel too?
Yeah.
I guess I can. Okay. So mine started probably a little after 2012, but before I always drink like Crown and Coke. Right. Mm-hmm. And there was a couple of times, I'm out working in the yard. I'd finish up, fill up my Yeti, not this one, but probably one like it, and one day I put way too much Jack, not enough Coke. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. And I realized, man, I went through that bottle pretty fast. I need to chill. Right. And so I took a break for a little while, and then I came back and I was like, okay, I see people trying whiskey all the time, and there's people YouTube, the whiskey tube thing was just getting started, kind of. Yeah. And so I was like, I'm going to try something. And so I got the Crown again, because I knew that I liked it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to put this much Crown, this much Coke, just barely, enough to flavor. And then I slowly just tapered off to where I was just drinking the Crown on ice or whatever like that. And then I realized, this really doesn't taste great. I don't really care for the flavor of it. And one of my buddies at work said, hey, I drink wild turkey all the time. So I was like, all right. So I tried some wild turkey, and then it just evolved into that. I was drinking it on ice for a long time. And it wasn't until I got involved with the Whiskey Tribe and the Whiskey Vault online that I really started diving into it. So that was probably 2017, maybe right at the very beginning. And so I just started diving in, and then they said, you need to try a Scotch. Okay. Well, I'll try a Scotch. They said Lafroig 10 is what you need to try. And I was like, all right,
first one.
So
dive right in.
Bottle of Lafroig 10, and I loved it. And so awesome. I was like, I'm never going back. I'm never going. Nice. So I only drank Scotch for about 2 years. I literally would buy Lafroig 10. Then I was trying to get the higher age statements. That was back when the Select was out. Now it's an Oak Project or something. I was getting everything I could. Then I was branching into Ardbeg and doing all that, and I just loved that flavor profile. Well, I kind of pushed bourbon to the side, and rye I didn't even drink. I kind of pushed that to the side, and it wasn't until much later during the summer. It's hard to drink peated scotches. It's like, it's just makes you feel hot. So I was like, okay, I need something. So then I got, which I don't care for, but I got it. It was the Wild Turkey Long Branch. And I was like, okay, it's mellowed. It's whatever. I killed that bottle way too fast. And I was like, okay, well, so this is good too. And it's sweet. it's sweet. So let me try that. So then it just kind of opened my palate. And here I am now with, I probably at this point have drank over, 4,000 whiskeys at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah. Not all at one time. Not all at the same day.
I had a Long Branch, a deal with Long Branch too. I loved it at first. I remember getting it. It's literally at a grocery store a mile away from my house, like because grocery stores in Arizona carry liquor. And so I tried it and I was like, dang, this is good. I really like this. And I'm like telling my whiskey buddies like, yeah, Wild Turkey Long Branch is pretty good. And they're kind of like, and so a buddy of mine to this day still gives me shit. He's like, you loved Wild Turkey Long Branch. You remember that?
You remember that day? Remember when you liked that? Now you're over here being bougie with your Blantons.
Lowest scoring episodes I've ever, if not the lowest scoring score I gave a whiskey on this podcast. Yeah. Especially for the first 100 episodes.
I actually went back and listened to that one because I was like,
great.
Oh, hey. And I was like, oh, they did like it. And of course I had the one bottle and then never looked back again. So and that was right when it first came out. Matthew McConaughey was toting it a lot and stuff like that. Mm. So, all right. So we got through a little bit of that. So I thought, depending upon how we wanted to do it, as of recording this episode, yesterday was my birthday. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So I had a really great live stream the night before. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's actually going up on the streams here pretty soon. I chugged a Eagle Rare 17, the entire bottle, which was a prop bottle, of course. But everybody got a big ooh and ah out of it. It was a lot of fun. Sure. So I did a blind on the live that Bryan had sent me, and it turned out to be the Found North Peregrine 21. And I got the same hot rye notes that you got from the blind that y'all did of the...
Oh, interesting.
The
batch
one,
7?
Yeah, the batch 7. It was super hot and fiery, and I was like, I don't care for this much.
So why you gotta let those sit, but you can't do that in a blind?
Yeah. I was like, okay. So anyway, blinds are definitely out there. So do we want to do y'all want to do the one that I sent y'all? Or do we want to do...
The one that you sent the two of us says celebrate on it. So I feel like we should save that one till later. So if it is a celebration, maybe
it is a celebration.
Okay, all right. So you two go first. Let's do the Randall and Nicole first from me.
And I will tell you,
okay, sounds good.
These bottles, this liquid ministry, that is a sick bottle.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah. And the cool, I think within the last, I don't know, a couple months or this year, they started making 1 ounce ones too. And the little 1 ounce ones they're equally as gorgeous, and they fit in a standard drawer height. So you can actually store them vertically in a drawer. It's like, I just want 1 ounce liquid ministries like for the rest of my life. Perfect. Yeah, there you go. Cole had them both there.
Bryan, did you send me something, or is it off the pool?
No, I sent you something. You'll have to go dig. It should have a label that says like blind with Randall or blind with Shaman. It should say something like that.
I can pause real fast.
Give me a moment.
Yeah. All right. He found his sample. It was downstairs underneath his bed. He was sleeping with it. So we're back. And I poured mine up in the chill filtered glass, of course, like you would. This guy is dark as mahogany, as they say. So how do you want us to do it? Do you want us to do it like yours, a sniff, a sip,
yeah, somewhere? Well, so I guess there we go. He got the whiskey shaman glass too. It'd be fun to guess proof and age, and I guess like distillery too. But obviously on our system, you'll have to lock in mentally your guesses before the other guy says anything.
Got it. All right, so I'm going to do a sniff, a sip, and then we'll tell you what we got.
I got a little bit for myself here too. I'll pour a smidge.
Ooh. I think I know what that is. See, I pulled a Cole.
Yeah, I think I know what it is too. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. It's like it's such a good hint too, because like when I hear that, I'm like, okay, well, Cole knows what it is, so it must be something that Cole's like really familiar with.
I don't know. I don't think I'm familiar with this.
Okay, I knew what it was until the finish. And now I'm like, huh, what is that?
If I'm right, this is a lot better than I expected this to be.
Nice.
Okay. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Bryan, what am I answering?
Tell me what you think the proof is.
It's not as high as I expected with this with the nose. I would say this is 105. 105 proof.
Okay. And age?
4 years.
105 and 4. Do you have any distillery guess?
I'm leaning towards what's the name of that one? Kings County.
Nice. How much would you pay for something like this? Like general sentiment?
That's a great question.
Did you vibe with it, or did it vibe with you?
I vibed with it. In fact, if this is Kings County, this is probably the best thing I've did from them. It's got some nice maltiness, but it's overshadowed by a finishing note that I believe is very unique. That being said, I would pay like 80 for this, and that's a lot for this category, if I'm right.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I am not far off, but maybe going down a different road. Proof, I did 120. I feel like it is hot. I put it as type as bourbon, like just a straight bourbon. My alarm's going off to come on the podcast, just to let you know.
Hey, come on.
Yeah. Side story real quick.
Side story. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think this is about 5 years old.
Okay.
I'd pay about $100 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then do you want a distillery or?
Yeah. If you have anything in mind.
This
Oh
has
man,
great nose.
it does. It really does. I'm gonna go in for one more sip. I know I'm not supposed to, but.
Oh no, you're good. This wasn't a one sip or one sniff, one sip deal. You're good. You can take all the time you need.
You might be right, Cole.
You gonna
Kings
join
County.
him on the Kings County guess? You're welcome to
Maybe.
do that.
Possibly.
But you'll have an asterisk by your name
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know.
when you win.
It'll say went second at the bottom.
Yeah, I think it is. Actually Kings County, the peated bourbon, cast
All
strength.
right, cool. Cole, remind me your age guess again.
4. And I think
4.
this might have something to do with coffee.
You know, I love the coffee call out because I totally
Thank
get
you.
that on this. Since you both guessed Kings County, I'm gonna have to give the win to Randall here.
Okay,
because
why?
the proof is substantially higher and the
Oh,
age
really?
is higher. So
Oh,
this
rough.
is none other than the 79.1% Kings County.
Wow. That is not hazmat at all. This is 105 right here.
I knew it drank a little hot, but not that freaking hot.
No.
And
That's
then
great. The highest thing I've ever drank it in.
it
Good
says on the back
Lord.
here, it is 8 years, but I also know that it was double oaked, finished beyond the 8 years to 9.5 in a secondary cask. And it was just a note cask.
With the
That-
asterisks, I think I win. No, I'm kidding.
You can win, Cole. It's fine.
No. Wait, what was your proof guess though, Randall?
120.
Oh yeah, that's much closer.
Yeah, he was quite a bit above you, but yeah,
But I mean, still, that's still quite a bit below.
yeah, 158.
In re-entry,
158.2.
I mean, neither of us would have gotten that one.
No, there's
That's
no
true.
way.
At least for the proof.
There's no
That's true.
freaking way. That is crazy.
That's crazy.
But
You
it's
know,
so
you
good.
need to like double check that because like
Yeah.
79%.
79.
I know. Earlier,
And that-
you were like, okay, how should we handle this? What should we do? And I was like, I'll go first. You guys
Yeah.
do your sip, and then immediately I was like, oh my god, it's gonna just bomb out their palates.
No. This is
No, we're good. We're
there
good.
is nothing in this that's telling me this is over 130.
No.
right?
Nothing.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
got
crazy.
I like it's got a good cola palate, like a flat cola.
Yeah.
but it's like
Mhm.
it's like a cinnamon Red Hots flat
Mm.
Coca Cola.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the note that you said earlier that I'm blanking on.
Coffee.
Coffee. Yeah, it's got a coffee-esque thing to it that is very characteristic of Kings County.
Yeah.
The one thing that I got that I thought as soon as he said Kings County was that the peated bourbon-esque note is not like sometimes you get like the ashtray note or something like that. To me, it's like different than like a mesquite smoke, but it's similar to that, like really meaty. It's like a really meaty smoke on it. And I knew that it was a little bit higher proof because we got mama. Anyway,
this
awesome.
is peated bourbon. I'm so sorry, I've neglected to mention. There's a percentage somewhere. Actually, it might just 10%. 20% malt that is peated, and then 80% New York corn.
Wow.
This is so much better than I would ever imagine this bottle would be. Proof, all the details, I think would be maybe trash. Being like 79 or whatever percent, like I'd be like, that's just no flavor. That's just all alcohol. But no, this is everything. This is great.
Right? It was $200. So it was a little pricey, but it's very unique and fun.
Hazmat, yeah.
But I will tell you, when you get a bottle that is literally almost at the pinnacle of distillation practice, like there's like, what do you do with that? Like, and the fact that it got that high, which I'm not saying their numbers are off, but good Lord, they must have some heat swings in that.
I'm saying their numbers are off.
They do. Their barrel house. They leave the windows open in their barrel house year round. Right. Don't quote me on that, or quote me and I'll just be wrong, and it's fine. But I'm pretty sure they leave their windows open year round, so the temperature in there is just all over the place.
Yep. Wow, that is awesome.
Thanks for sharing that.
It's also great with water if you have, half a sample bottle. It's great with water, and actually it's great with a lot of water. I like the first time I sipped this, I added water, and then I sipped it, and then I added water, and then I sipped it, and then I added water, to the point where it was almost like 50-50 whiskey and water, and it was like I was getting a lot more flavors with a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, because the amount of flavor that's there is so intense. It's almost, and I've said this multiple times, it's almost like concentrated whiskey at that point. It's just so intense in its flavor. I got that it was a bourbon, but it could have been a rye, and I wouldn't have even known, because because of the spiciness of it, it was just it was intense, but really good.
Good on those guys. You should have them on, Randall.
I would love
Colin.
to. I've literally reached out to them a couple times, and it's hard out here for a pimp trying to get a call back.
Just CC us, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm on." No, I'm kidding.
They're on here. Yeah. Absolutely. I had to easy in because I actually went and I visited the distillery.
That's right.
Okay.
So then when I sent them a message later, I was like, "Hey, I'm the guy on the tour that blah blah blah. So by the way, would you like to come on the show?"
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. All right.
Can I go next?
You can go next.
Can you guys do my blind?
Absolutely. Let me get a little water in me.
I gotta put it in some sort of chill filtered Glen. I will put it in the official Madison, Wisconsin meetup Glen right here.
Is that the official one?
That's the official one. Final. I've got a dozen of them over there ready to go.
All right. So while you're talking about that, talk about the meetup.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're doing a Chill Filtered second annual meetup in Madison, Wisconsin. Why did we choose Madison, you ask? We made a connection with Driftless Glen up in Baraboo, and we were able to do a rye barrel pick for them. And for those who know, rye barrel picks from Driftless Glen are just phenomenal, especially for what they're doing. They distill all their own stuff. They have an age statement going up to 9 to 10 years now on their bourbons and ryes. And they're just it's incredibly spicy, incredibly cedary, but then also that's exactly where the podcast began, was in Madison, Wisconsin. So I was like, it'll be perfect. So that's what we're doing in a week and a half.
In addition to the spicy, cedary stuff, sometimes in several barrels is a nice, sweet, hard candy note too. Which is what I'm after. If we get a barrel in our pick that has a heavy candy note, I'm going all in on that. I will make
exactly. We might have to get 2 barrels. I'll take this one just for myself.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know what you'd do with 200 and whatever bottles of Driftless Glen Rye, but
right.
You guys go ahead and taste that. I'm looking up the details because I have them somewhere.
Yeah, I will say he's holding it up here. The color on this is beautiful dark.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's not as dark as the other one, but it's right there. I mean, it's pretty close. The legs haven't even started forming yet. They're just now starting to come down. Some people say that's a thing. I don't know. It says oil, viscosity, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, they definitely differ. Like if we were able to add that to our thinking as we did blinds, that would probably help a lot. If we were
the nose also, like I don't want to like give Randall hints, but like I'm super digging the nose. There is a deep, dark, fruity characteristic on the nose that just like tells me like this thing is gonna be stewed fruits to the max, hopefully on the palate.
Yeah, and like a dark chocolate with like almost like a s'more, maybe with some cherry compote in it or something. It's really, really nice on the nose. All right, here we go.
What? This palate is so unique, man.
What the heck? It's like Reese's peanut butter cups.
I'm having trouble even being sure about the type of whiskey this is.
Yeah. It's a
brandy. What are your top palate notes? I mean, you mentioned fruity and caramely.
It is okay. So like the intensity of flavors hits right up front. On the landing, it is a lot of stewed fruits, but it really, not that it like thins out, but it doesn't get heavy. It did not saturate my palate with oily heaviness. It stayed on like a light fruit, kind of like a plum. You know how like plums are like mostly watery, but like there's a little bit of plum flavor in there. You know what I mean? Kind of like how watermelon has a distinct flavor, but ultimately it's mostly water.
Mostly water.
So I'm getting like a light fruit presence here that but there's absolutely no youth or ethanol on this at all. I'm really digging the palate.
Keep going. I want to hear your guys. First of all, your type guess, and then after that, I want to hear proof and age. And while you guys give that, I'm going to grab the bottle because I can't find much online.
No problem.
See, I know what bottles are downstairs in Cole's house. No, I'm kidding.
The 70,000 bottles he has down there. I know everyone is categorized. This is, to me, it's a kind of a different ride than yours, which is really cool. I love that. To me, it is, you know how like a lot of people get nuttiness on like Jim Beam products?
Yeah.
I'm getting a nuttiness, like a peanut, and a really like super dark molasses, but like then all of those fruit notes are there as well. Like a, not so much cherry, but like the plum, like you're saying, but like maybe even prune to where it's like concentrated. And it's a, diuretic as well, which helps, if you're a little backed up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. I think, so you mentioned rye. You think this is a rye, Randall?
It could be. I don't know for sure.
I think he said ride for the record.
Ride.
Oh,
no, I'm joking, guys. I did say rye. I said it could be rye, but
cool.
I'm not saying that it is a rye. I'm going to go in for one more sip.
Yeah. I'm gonna hedge a little. I am gonna say this is a high rye bourbon, but what I ultimately think this is will differ from that, which I guess I won't say right now because Randall's on his like final sip right now. Proof, this is hitting me like a high 1-teens. So maybe I'll sit like 116. But like I feel like it's probably like 116, but at the same time, it's a bottle that if it was 116, you'd sip it and you'd say, this drink's so under proof. Like I'm trying to outsmart what this actually tastes like. Cause it tastes like it's like 110 tops, but I'm going to say 118 for age. I'm going to say that this is quite old because there's absolutely no youth or ethanol on this. I think I'll just say 13. And if I had to do like a bottle guess on this, like with as like perfect as this is, with nothing negative to say about it at all, it is kind of reminding me of like William LaRue Weller. There is a Buffalo Traciness of this. So my distillery guess is Buffalo Trace because it's Cole, and Cole's probably going to send a Buffalo Trace product
absolutely.
out. But this is hitting me like a better William LaRue Weller. So like because I know what's in the pool, my pool, because I had to get this blind out of the pool here, I'm going to guess this is the 2021 William LaRue Weller.
Ooh, good guess.
Ooh, okay. Well,
Great.
I am going to do proof at 122. I feel like it is a higher proof. I think it is a bourbon. I want to think it's like closer to 17 years old.
Nice.
I personally would, you didn't say how much you would pay for it, but I would pay over 125 for this.
Easily.
Yeah. And for my guess, I'm going to do the Russell's 15, just throwing it out there.
High praise.
Yeah, and this is the just final notes here. I'm getting a pine needles sort of rye tingle, but to me it's a rye tingle like a high rye bourbon. So it's a beautiful, and like I'm gonna double down on Buffalo Trace too. I'd put money on Buffalo Trace.
Before I reveal, I know you guys have very different scoring scales, but I would love to hear both your scoring scales or scores of this.
Randall has kind of adopted our scoring scale.
I have. I'm not going to lie. I have adopted them because it's so much easier than me doing 1 to 10 for proof, 1 to 10 for take. Type. I'm like, dude, it's an A, B, C, D, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. So if it was me, this is a 9.4 for sure. A plus. This stands out. You're definitely going to know what it is. This is something you would give to somebody who has been into whiskey for a while. And hey, try this. This is cool and different. And I'm sure it's high aged, so it's going to be that unique type whiskey as well. So that's what I would give it.
Yeah. I agree with most of that. I'm not going to give it the plus though. I'm just going to give it the A because I wish that the palate was thicker. I wish the palate was heavier. I wish it had more weight to it. That the delicate that it is beautiful. And with the rice spice too, I just wish it had like a thicker, like a creamier, heavy brown sugar base to round that out for what I personally like. So I'm going to go A.
Okay.
All right. Before I reveal once again, I'm going to tell you the age and I'm going to tell you the proof, and then I'll reveal it. The age, 6 years. 6 years and a little bit for sure.
Okay.
The proof, 110.
Wow.
And here is the reveal.
Oh my gosh.
Are you serious?
Yeah. This is why rice whiskey is the next big thing.
Holy guacamole.
So,
I mean,
this is the Legacy Edition, which was a very one-off.
Yes.
This was the one they used to put in 30-gallon barrels. They cut it at 6 years, like 11 months. And they were like, nope, we're good. And now we're doing 53-gallon barrels from now on. But this was the product of like the first barrels they were putting out at JT Melick. 100% rice whiskey, 100% delicious in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I couldn't have seen that coming from a mile away, man. That tastes so the rye spice on there. Are you sure there's not some rye in there?
There's rice spice, you know what I'm saying?
But it is so cool because like we've both had Mia on the show, and she's no longer with the company. By the way.
Yeah.
I reached out and then her dad emailed me back and I was like, oh, sorry. Sorry, sir. Sorry, not sorry.
I won't ask your daughter out again.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what are your intentions with my daughter?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I just like the whiskey. Sorry, I'm just but it's really cool to see rice whiskey coming up and doing a thing. Because although it can't be considered bourbon, I mean it's shoot. I said I'd pay $125 off for it.
Tastes like bourbon to me.
Yeah, it tastes like bourbon to me. And that's what's so cool about what people are doing. The innovation. I hate it when ChatGPT does that. The innovation and craftsmanship, the innovation that they're doing. It's really cool because like there's a couple of other brands out there doing a rice whiskey or a rice adjacent whiskey, and they're okay, but they just kind of nailed it. And I have some single barrel picks from Specs by no less that are absolutely phenomenal. And I'm just like, man, this is some of the best. You put in a blind with some of the best. I mean, if he said William LaRue, I mean, you're talking
one of the better William
stuff. I said Russell's 15. Like, what are we talking about here? That is phenomenal. Thank you so much. Wow.
I'm glad to share. And then Brian, I will replenish the pool because I do think this would be a killer reentry bus. So
absolutely,
I was in the pool. Yeah. Did we do this on a drink along, Cole? Did we do this on a drink along?
We did, we did this as a full drink along.
Wow.
So I'm sure actually Randall's had this before too.
I have. All right. So
he's on Patreon.
I am loyal, very loyal patron. So before we get to now, I also have a blind birthday pour.
Ooh.
So anyway, in that fancy glass, so you know who it came from. Before we do that, we're going to take a little break, like the boys over at Chill Filtered, not Chill Filter, not them.
No.
Chill Filtered,
those are the worst.
And those guys. And we're going to take a little break. Jerks. We're going to come back and we're going to do some whiskey trivia. Y'all stay tuned. All right, fellas, it's time for a little game we're calling Whiskey Trivia. I've got a handful of questions lined up, some easy, some real deep cuts. Let's see how much whiskey knowledge you're packing. Winner gets bragging rights and maybe a pour of the good stuff, which will be your celebration. Hopefully it's that. All right, Cole.
The loser has to pour it on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. You wish you had this. Okay, Cole, my first question is to you. Before Buffalo Trace was officially renamed in 1999, what was the distillery known as? And it's multiple choice. It's A, Ancient Age Distillery, B, George T. Stagg Distillery, C, Blanton's Distillery, or D, Sazerac Distillery.
It was B, George T. Stagg Distillery. Before that, it was the Old Fire Copper Distillery.
Yes, it was.
Bonus points.
Bonus points. All right. Question number 2 is
no bonus points.
No bonus points for you. No. All right, Brian. What is the maximum proof you can legally enter a barrel at? Is it A, 120, B, 125, C, 130, or D, 135?
125, whatever letter that was.
That is B. You're good. You're good. You don't have to put the letter. It's fine. Now, did you know, for a bonus question, do you know what the maximum barrel entry proof for brandy is?
No, but I'm gonna go with 160.
You are partially correct because there is no barrel entry proof for brandy.
Say that.
So it could be
there are some brandy producers, and we're not talking about brandy. This is a whiskey show, but there are some brandy producers that put it in there at 180, right when it comes off the still. And what they will do is they will slow water reduce it all the way down to bottling proof. And it'll sit in there for 6 months. They'll just start dumping water in it after.
I wonder if King Louis does that or whatever.
Yeah, probably. Mm-hmm. All right. We're on to round 2, the nerd cuts. Are you ready? This is not the fast round. Cole. Nope. You're not getting that one.
Okay.
For decades, Four Roses bourbon was only sold overseas. In what year did it officially return to the U.S. with straight bourbon releases? Is it A, 1995, B, 2000, C, 2002, or D, 2005?
With Four Roses, they were owned by Kirin. No, was it Kirin? No, I forget. But they were definitely Japanese owned and they still are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with just 2002 sounds so like what it was. So I'm gonna go with 2002.
You are correct. It is 2002.
Nice.
All right, Brian.
Yeah.
This is why I wanted to give you this question and not Cole. In 2013, Buffalo Trace wrapped up a multi-year experimental release that tested 192 barrels with different oak, entry-proof warehouse conditions. What was this project called? A, the Warehouse X Series, B, the Single Oak Project, C, the Great Oak Trial, or D, the Antique Collection Experimentals.
As amazing as the Great Oak Trial sounds, that is just a killer name. It is the Single Oak Project.
You are correct. I just
the
did want him
Great
to
Oak Trial of 2002.
Yeah. the Salem Oak Trials.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
All right.
I'm so glad you don't have a crispy memes, deep cuts trivia section, because Cole would nail all those.
Yeah, no, these are all okay. So I'm not doing that one either. Okay, this is a great one. Cole, what bourbon brand is famously tied to this quote? Too much of anything is bad, but too much good whiskey is barely enough.
Oh man. Sounds like a legend. Like someone like Jimmy Russell or that sounds like that actually does sound like a book or no quote. So I'm gonna go Jim Beam here.
Okay. You're not far off, but you are incorrect. It was actually Mark Twain.
Oh, well, I thought you said it was a whiskey person. So,
okay. Old Crow.
Oh,
Mark Twain was always at Old Crow. I don't know why. He just was. And he is linked to Old Crow, and he says that. Mark Twain. That was a kid. All right. Bryan. What was the very first bottle in the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection when it launched in 2000? Is it A, Eagle Rare 17, B, George T. Stagg, C, Sazerac 18, or D, William LaRue Weller?
I know this one. Dude.
I don't. But like, I feel like it's probably not Saz 18. And like William LaRue Weller, like it's the name of the dude. Well, I guess George T. Stagg kind of is too. But like, man, I know Eagle Rare 17 has been around for forever. That's for sure. So gonna have to go with Eagle Rare 17.
Correct.
He's right.
You are correct. Awesome.
Boom.
Awesome.
Yep. And there was Weller 19.
That's what I thought the question was going to. As soon as he started the question, I was like, oh, it's a Weller 19 question.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
And then there was 3, right? On the first batch? There was
I think so.
17.
Weller 19 and something else. I don't remember. Yeah, okay. Cole, what major Kentucky distillery still uses cypress fermentation tanks that are over 100 years old?
Oh, this I don't know.
Can you repeat the question?
I'm gonna go with Buffalo Trace because of their they got that one Pompeii thing that they took like really old wood for. So I'm gonna go with Buffalo Trace here.
Okay, so the question again is, which major Kentucky distillery still uses cypress fermentation tanks that are over 100 years old? And your answer was Buffalo Trace. That is incorrect.
Is it Old Fire Copper?
Maker's Mark.
Oh, okay. Man,
Maker's Mark.
Oh, man. If it had been Old Fire Copper and he counted it wrong, I was going to laugh so hard.
Sure.
Okay.
Way off.
Yeah.
Where am I? Uh-oh. Did I screw up? I screwed up.
While you're digging in your notes here, I was sipping your Bad Motivator barrel. The sherry on this Bad Motivator barrel is really standout. And it drinks single malty. I don't remember what all your components were, but like the malty sherry of this is fantastic, and I love how sherry.
It had malted, single malts, American single malts and scotches in it first for like over a year. So it was a brand new barrel. So it got some oak influence, and then it absorbed all of that sherry. Then I put just straight bourbons in it. That's it. All that sherry influence is just leaching through that wood. And then after this, I'll do something weird with it again. All right. Nice. We are now on to the rapid fire round.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
No,
this is
but go ahead.
First come, first serve. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go. Old Forester 150th anniversary release in 2020 came in how many separate batches?
6.
Incorrect.
5.
5.
Incorrect. The answer is 3. Well, I feel like we're on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I know, right?
Wild Turkey Masters Keep series started in 2015. What was the subtitle of their very
Revival.
first release?
Cornerstone.
Incorrect.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't just get to keep guessing, right?
Just stop it.
I don't know. 17. I feel like there's not an answer on this one.
You're right. It's 17 year.
Hey,
I mean, you're
like
you're half right. You're half right.
well, is it that there's no words? It's just 17.
It just says 17
Oh,
year.
wow.
Yeah, that's all it says. On it.
Yeah.
That's like a very good answer, Brian.
Yeah, it is.
Thank
Okay,
you.
the legendary Lanil Red Hook Rye single barrel came from which distillery? It's legendary. You should know this.
I know this one. It's they like sell it out of Alabama or something like that, right?
It is a heritage brand. I will give you that.
Jim Beam.
Incorrect.
I'm gonna go. Oh, this is a hard one. Since I have the time, that one sounds.
What was the
Sounds
name of
like
it again?
the.
Lenells, Lenells, Red Hook Rye.
Yeah, okay.
No,
Red
I've definitely
Hook,
seen it.
I've seen this on unicorn auctions lately. This
The
goes
first
for
thing
like
I want to
20
say is
grand or-
Willet, but Willet didn't really distill anything. So at the time, but they were probably getting similar stuff. I'm just gonna go. Oh crap! What am I gonna go? I'm gonna go MGP.
Oh, you should have stuck with your gut. It was Willet.
Oh, what? Oh, that's so
They
funny.
distilled it?
Yes.
That's
Supposedly.
yeah. I guess that yeah. They used to distill some things, and then
Yeah,
they kind of stopped for a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know why, but they did.
Yeah.
Okay. Which distillery reintroduced the first bottled and bond rye whiskey after Prohibition? So you got to go back in time.
Old Granddad.
Oh, Jim Beam.
Old Granddad, Jim Beam. They're the same company,
I
and you're both wrong.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I would have thought it would have been old Overholt.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
It is actually Rittenhouse Rye, made by Heaven Hill.
Oh, yeah. And that's Heaven Hill, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Okay, what is the only bourbon brand named after a horse race?
The
Kentucky Owl.
old no, Woodford Reserve, the special brand or the special editions.
Blends.
Keep going.
Pinhook.
Like Derby release or whatever.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a great
What's the
one.
actual name? What's the
It's
actual
the
name?
Woodford Reserve Kentucky Derby Edition.
Yeah, okay.
Nailed
Oh,
it.
that thing I always walk past every year, and I'm like,
Absolutely.
it's
which is basically
Woodford.
just Woodford Reserve with a new label.
Yes,
Yeah.
since 1999. Anyway, okay, next question. True or false? Jack Daniels actually died by kicking a safe.
Yes, true.
I
He
gotta
died
give it to both.
from getting an infection from kicking
Yep.
a safe.
Double.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Double point.
and it led to blood poisoning.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. I totally screwed up everything in my. What is going on? Okay. Last question, guys, for all the marbles.
Oh
Marbles.
boy. Oh boy.
All my
Buffalo-
points on this season.
Yeah. Buffalo Trace, not Troy's. Buffalo Trace released the Tornado Surviving Warehouse C Bourbon in 2018. But what year did the actual tornado hit and damage Warehouse C?
Oh crap.
I'm gonna let Cole guess first.
I'm gonna go with because it came out. I'm gonna go with 2008.
Okay. Bryan?
The release.
I guess
know
you
what
don't
the
have to
release
say whether
was,
he's
but
right or
I don't
not.
know when the tornado happened.
I'm just gonna say 2016.
No,
Okay.
the release was 2014.
I thought he said 2018. No,
2018.
No, that was like the second one.
Oh, okay. It was actually 2006. 2006.
I was close.
All right, guys. I think it's safe to say you've earned your whiskey nerd badge, but I still think the listeners
I think you
should
did.
vote on who won best tonight. So,
sounds good.
awesome. Like, it got all jumbled up. I don't know why my printer does that. It prints one page and then doesn't, because I'm not cool like you guys and have it on the computer. So,
Cole's
all
a
right,
paper dude.
yeah.
I still do my notes on paper. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Are y'all ready to get into the celebrate pour?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I am.
All right. Let's do it. I got to get another Glen because I still have whiskey in the other one. And I'm going to try not to show the bottle as I pour a little bit in here. Pause for quart pop.
Ooh, that was a
Way down
he
here.
doesn't have he doesn't have
paused.
much left in there.
Oh, I do.
Nice.
It
I will
sounded
let you know I opened this bottle just for you guys.
oh wow.
Nice.
It sounded like a nice low tone.
Well, it was way down here. So it was, 3 feet away from the mic. So
This package via courier, of course, was the one where there was a video on Whiskey Shaman's Patreon where it landed on my porch. The guy threw it onto my porch. It fell a stair down, and they put it back up again.
Oh my
But
gosh.
every bottle survived from that courier.
that's one of the things. I bought these new packages, and they're actually made for sample hot sauce, but it fits a perfect 2-ounce sample bottle because that's what they use. And I bought a pack of it, and you just have to fold it up and put it all together. They don't move. There's nothing. I did ship somebody. It could have been one of y'all. It might have been y'all. 1-ounce sample, and I just packed some stuff in there.
That was me.
Okay, I just packed some stuff in there because I was like, oh crap, I don't want that to break.
Is that the thing where there's 5 all lined up together?
Yeah. I actually have that.
I
right here.
reused that. One of those may or may not be on its way to Cole right now, actually.
He's got it right there. I was going to get it.
Get this on Amazon, Randall?
No, I actually got it on hotsaucepod.com or something like that.
I love that. I'm going to
get this. I don't know. They're not a sponsor. Don't.
Yeah, I went to hotsauce.com and it was something else. So
exactly. Go there. Please don't. All right. So on this one, I will tell you, there's a whole story behind the actual brand.
Mm-hmm.
But also I bought this whiskey sight unseen, only having a previous bottle of it. Ooh. So without knowing anything about it, I just bought it. And I don't do that because I am a very thrifty shopper. So I just bought it.
I have a type guess on the nose. Cole, do you have a world you're living in?
I got
already?
It zoned in. Yeah.
I'm thinking Irish
I would say
on
this
the
is
nose.
American single malt.
Oh boy.
On the nose.
Nose is fruity and light to me. Nose makes me think Irish.
Okay.
But man, I just dug my nose in there a little further and it kind of burned me. So I'm thinking pretty high proof actually.
No, that's Irish. Wait. Yeah, that's Irish. That's Irish.
Wow.
No doubt.
Thick honey on this.
Thick honey. Wrong.
Thick honey and fresh grains on this. It doesn't come across youthy. It doesn't come across youthy hot, but it comes across fresh. A lot of honey and tea notes on this though. And and kind of medium high proof. I'm sticking with that.
Yeah.
I rescind my Irish guess.
Okay.
This is not Irish. It's not tropical fruity enough, even though this is fruity enough. But it's just not tropical fruity enough to be Irish. I'm not putting my reputation of Irish guessing on the line for this one. So But
All
if
right.
I'm wrong, my reputation is also ruined.
So do you want to do them in order? Like you pick the type and I tell you yes or no?
Let's do
No,
that.
because that'll give us cues on
Okay.
what the rest of it is.
Yeah, let's not do
Yeah.
that. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Very smart guy over here. Yeah.
Smart guy.
Come on, Cole. I wanted
You're
the
like,
hints.
No, it's Irish. And then you're like, well, the secondary grain, even though it could be malted or unmalted.
Yeah.
Or technically
true.
it could be a grain, Irish whiskey. But who knows? So yeah, I could write down all the answers. I mean, we got pens, so
I mean, that's up to you. If you want to do that, that's great. I will tell you that if you've been listening to my show, you would know that not this bottle, because remember, like I said, I opened it for the show, but this particular, and without giving it too much away, this particular offering is near and dear to my heart because it was one of the the first bottle I drank when I was able to drink again after going through chemo treatments.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can go back that far, don't look back. You have to stay here.
Seriously.
Don't go to all
Googling.
his episodes.
Yeah, exactly. That was episode 4. No.
I'm definitely out of Irish territory now, and not
Okay.
just because Cole convinced me. It is too heavy for an Irish. I've had Irish that aren't very tropical fruity, so like it's not about the tropical fruitiness. This just this like proof and intensity isn't reached by Irish. The color on this, which we didn't really comment on, this is straw light. This is bright yellow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But at the same time, this drinks my second sip had heavy oak tannins on this. I do believe that there's great age on this. So it's like a Texas great age where like I'm getting a lot of wood influence, but I am still getting a smidge of youthy. So like I could see this being like a hot climate aged, but I could see it being for a long time in like reuse casks or like a what's that dessert wine called? Sauterne. Like I could see this being like a Sauterne cask in Texas for 7 years. Like I could see something like that.
Okay.
I definitely think this is Scotch. It's got enough age to where it's out of the American single malt realm. And don't get me wrong, there are some well-aged American single malts, but this is just kind of streamlined. To me, the distillery is screaming Glenmorangie. But I got to think about that. It's definitely not Macallan to me. It's not sherry / floral enough to be Macallan. It's definitely not something like Glen Grant. I could see this being a Balvenie. Let me taste it again.
And while you're tasting, there's an acidic citrus like grapefruit for me now, like long on the finish. That's like it's biting. It's like it's contracting my gums. Like I took a bite of grapefruit a couple minutes ago. It's weird.
This is I'm gonna say Glenmorangie on this guy.
Okay.
But I know we're not at the distillery guess, but
No, it's fine. Okay, so let's
go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. No, sorry.
Like did I guess? I do believe this is a single malt, but just for the sake of being different, I'll go American single malt. We didn't even guess like proof or anything. Proof,
yeah, we got to do that.
I do think that this is like a cask strength single malt. It's drinking. I'm gonna say 122. Put the 2 on the end there. I'm gonna say 122. I'm gonna say 7 years because I'm sticking with American single malt. And yes, it is finished in like a dessert white wine cask, like Sauterne. Man, but if I hedged, I'm gonna say like it's a Scott Scotch Malt Whiskey Society or Scalt Mach Whiskey Society
Yeah.
bottling of like a cast strength version of something you can't normally get at cast strength, because the way that this drinks, as like there's a little bit of youthy grainy in there, I feel like this distillery wouldn't normally want to release their stuff at cast strength, but through like Scalt Mach whatever society, you can get it at cast strength. Nailed it.
I don't know if this is higher than your average Scotch to me on proof. But I don't. You said what? 120 something?
122.
Oh yeah, I can't go that high.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna say this is a 108er. And is it finished? Yeah, it's got something going on there. Something tells me this is like lightly PX finished. No. Let me taste this again.
I love it. I love it.
You know, yeah. All
This
the
is like,
marbles
if
are
it's
on the
finished,
line.
it's like white port. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Partly I say that because of the color, but also the
Right.
sherry / raisiny influence isn't too strong. This is dried apricots as opposed to dried raisins or plums. Yeah.
Dude, I'm on the raisin plum train.
Really?
Yeah, boy.
No, this is like, so if I were to guess on like full out bottle, I would have to like research what Glenmorangie white port finishes they have.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, just make it up, and like we'll give you points. Like
Glenmorangie La Quinta. No, they do La Quinta, La Santa, or wait, what's the one they do? It's like is it La Quinta? I think it is La Quinta.
That's a hotel chain, Cole.
Well, we'll call it the Glenmorangie Hilton Garden Inns.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've done all the guessing we can possibly.
I think you have. I think we've totally ran this into the ground at this point. All right. So I'm going to let you guys know what they exactly are. Then I'll reveal the bottle. Now for type, this is a Scotch.
Yes.
And for proof, it is 59.6% ABV.
You were closer. Yeah.
And for age, you gave.
Oh, I never gave an age. Let me give an age.
Okay, go ahead.
12 years.
12 years in a La Quinta Inn.
Yeah. Mm.
And you said what did you say, Brian?
What did I say? Did I say
7?
No,
7 because it's
7 in American single malt.
Okay,
because
so
it's definitely an American single malt.
This is actually 17 years old.
Whoo, nice.
And is it finished? You both said it was finished, and it is finished.
Nice.
It spent 13 years in a used bourbon barrel.
Yeah.
And then it spent 4 years in a
white port
second use Sauternes barrel.
Nice. Well done. Yeah. Nice desserty wine.
And Brian, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. It is an SMWS bottle.
Nice.
Okay, that was honestly, it's not like I knew that.
Right. But this is
is it Scalt Mach Whiskey Society?
Yeah. He specifically said Scalt Mach.
Can you clarify, please?
Yeah.
Yes, clarify. There's
an asterisk by that win.
Yeah, exactly. This is cask 36-218, which is, if you look in, they don't tell you what distillery they pull from, so you have to go and find it. And there are places online. Then. Yeah, which it is actually Ben-Rias.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I have a whole write-up about Ben-Rias. We can get into it, but this is their 17-year ex-Sauterne finished single malt. Now Ben-Rias normally makes blends for Johnny Walker, so that's why you were getting that grainy, like they don't normally put out single malts, because they don't. But when you get a 17-year-old barrel of this finished in, the Sauternes, it makes. So this is not blended. It's a single cask, and it was put in a larger cask. There's only 180 bottles of this on the market. So, yeah. 90 bottles. 90 bottles for the U.S. 180
Nice.
in total. So the Ben Rios Distillery was founded in 1826 by Peter McKenzie, a fan of the podcast, but was destroyed by a flood in 1829. So it didn't last very long. It was subsequently rebuilt in 1835 by John Innes. Oh my God, with a bunch of Scottish words that I can't say. It passed ownership back and forth, and then John Dewar picked it up in 1922. And then it is located near Aberlour in Speyside.
That's near Glen Grant.
Yeah, at the foot of the Ben Rios Mountains, elevation 840 meters. It sources water from the nearby Rowan Tree and Skirrin Burns. Blah, blah, blah. They used to triple distill all of their products, and now they do not.
Nice.
They did it very Irish style, but it was a hybrid approach. It made it a lot heavier. They originally started in floor malting with a Saldine box system. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but they quit doing that in 1984. They put out 2.5 to 3.6 million liters of whiskey per year.
Nice.
And they own the only official single malt release that they've done is a 15-year-old Flora and Fauna bottling in 1991.
Wow.
And this is the next one. They do mostly blends for Johnny Walker and JB. And this is the only independent bottler who has casks of theirs.
Wow. How do you spell the Ben what? Ben, is it?
Let me get to it. Where is it? BenRinnes. I call it Ben Rios, but it might not be Ben Rios.
Ben Rinnes.
Ben Rines.
Yeah, I've heard of Ben Nevis. I've heard of Ben Reich. But yeah.
So what I want you to tell us now, Randall, is tell us about why this was so important to you to try first after the cancer treatment stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man. For one, like I said, I'm a great Scotch lover, and I purchased this bottle actually before getting my diagnosis, and they said you can't drink, and I was like, oh, but I want to drink this Scotch, and the one that I got was heavily sherry finished, and it was like 12 years. It was a lot lower and heavily sherry finished, and it was just one that I found. It was like some special release that they released, and it was like 2 weeks before I had my diagnosis, and I was like, well, great. So went through all the things, and so this bottle was just sitting there, and for 9 months or whatever, and it's not like I had to have it. It wasn't that, but it was like it was always this kind of looming thing to where I was like, I have a bunch of whiskey, but this one to me was like that was the last bottle I bought before that, and I was just like, well, that's the one I wanted to open. And so when I got my free and clear, and thank the Lord that happened, when I did a live stream, I opened it up, of course, like any normal whiskey person does, as soon as they kick cancer's butt, they do a live stream and drink whiskey on it.
Nice.
Which I probably shouldn't have, since I, hadn't drank for like 7 months. I opened a Garrison Brothers and something else, and let's just say I had 2 pours and I was toasted for the night. But it was so cool to just dive into that bottle, and to like, my palate was refreshed, and it was wild and crazy, and also burned and not well. So it was a little difficult to actually get flavor out of it. So I took a sample of it and drank it, and then put it away, and it sat for probably another 3 or 4 months. And I kept just trying small sips of it, going back to it, until finally it opened up about 6 months later. And that was because of me, and my palate wasn't ready for it. And then I sampled it out to a bunch of people, and the bottle's long gone now. It's been 2 years now. So, but it was so much fun. And so I wanted to go back and find another bottle similar to that. Now, this is not similar. It's a great bottle. Don't get me wrong. This is absolutely, I can sit down with this all night. It's a great bottle, but it doesn't hit that spot that I wanted, because it's not the same bottle, and I'm not going to be able to find the same bottle. It was the same, I had like 120 bottles ever put out in the world. But at the same time, and it wasn't the most expensive bottle. It wasn't anything, but it was something that my palate and my mind was like, this is the one I want and nothing else. And so
That's cool.
it's really cool. And I thought nothing better than for not only my birthday pour or whatever, but also a celebration pour of just good friends, good whiskey, and good times. Have something similar to that. I could drink this all day long with whoever, it doesn't matter, so it's really cool to be able to open and share that with you guys.
We're down.
Appreciate
Thanks
it
for sharing.
greatly.
And
thank you.
congrats on Free and Clear.
Absolutely.
I know,
I just went to the doctor like 2 weeks ago, and my oncologist said, if you hadn't told me you had cancer, I wouldn't know that you did, because of all the other things, the extracurricular things that she doesn't need to know about right now. I smoke a lot of weed. No, I'm joking.
I was like, no, airing it all here.
I do a lot of natural pathology stuff where, when you get into normal doctors and natural Eastern medicine and Western medicine, they don't collide very well. So I'm doing a lot of that. And so I'm going to wait till my 5-year where I go ring the bell and say, where I'm 100% no chance of coming back. And I'm going to sit down and write her a list of everything that I did. And so that she can say, hopefully give it to somebody who can help somebody else. But yeah, no, I'm a big advocate on obviously men's mental health and physical health as well. So yeah, no, just being able to share this with you guys has been awesome. I can't thank you enough for hanging out with me and just chilling.
Yeah. Ain't a problem. Yeah.
I Googled it.
Okay.
It is pronounced Ben Rennis or Ben Rennis. Rennis. So that emphasis is on the Rennis.
Did you have kidney cancer? Because it would have been Ben Renus. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. Sorry if that offends anyone.
Is it the tie with the distillery? Is it Ben Rennis that's very important to you, the distillery, because of all this?
It was just the bottle. It was just the bottle.
Cool.
And I thought it was really cool that they don't normally make single malt, and they made a single malt that was really good. And I was like, hey, this is cool. Like if you make a blend, it's like drinking, if you guys have ever had Kulila, right? You drink Kulila, it's great. It's a good whiskey, but it's the blend for Johnny Walker. And so like if you find a cool one-off Kulila that's like a cast strength, high age, you're like, man, this is really good. Like why don't they do this more? So it's really kind of cool just showcasing other whiskeys. I could have given you the 18-year Bowmore that I have as well, but finished in a sherry and a port cask.
Wow.
Yeah, it's intense, super smoky, really good. But I wanted to do something a little lighter, a little more lively. This is a good summer to fall sipper. So
totally.
I love like you said, Kalila is like blends for like Johnny Walker and stuff. As Nick Taylor says, Gordon McPhail does Kalila better than Kalila does Kalila.
That's a good point.
Where it's like they're like individual best casks. Like you're never gonna get better Kalila than something they let somebody else buy off of them.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
But no, thanks for sharing this, Randall. Bryan and I both have, close hearts to cancer, and neither of us, dealing with that currently, but we have family members that have and are, and it's amazing to see victory in that area.
Yeah.
So
that's
I mean, Randall and I are both, Christians, and that's only God, man. So keep it up. Keep it up. I mean, Bryan's into that too. He's like, yeah, man, keep it up. Yeah.
That's so funny. We're not, there's a time and a place to get deeper in that. And it's not on a public podcast, but
not on a guest podcast for sure.
I have beliefs and I have things, but we'll be at a bar sometime and we'll talk.
We'll talk about that off camera. How about that?
Yeah, Bryan's not a hater. I'll tell you that.
So Bryan sent me over. Bryan sent me over this birthday pour, this birthday blind. Since y'all just did a blind, I'm going to open this up a little bit and I'm going to give you my thoughts, my taste, my notes on it, and then we're going to get out of here because I don't want to keep you guys. I'm sure you got other better things to do than hang out with me, like do a re-entry buzz or something like that. So
right. We just got done re-entry buzzing. We guessed our asses off over here.
Yeah, no, you're right. Woo. Now that is
I'm curious. I don't know what Bryan sent you, so
I don't know. Nobody does. It says blind, so I don't know. We'll see.
It's the official.
I probably put 2 or 3 layers of tape on that just to make sure you couldn't see the tape over there. Yeah. I can say though, the outcome of this, no matter what, is going to be hilarious. Because there's a funny story around this that I will reveal at a later time. That was something that I didn't see coming. So after he does all his guesses and is completely wrong on all of them, I'll let you know what that story is.
So I recently, and it will come out probably before this episode, I did a podcast with Josh, your drinking buddy.
Oh yeah.
Nice. And we talked about him, leaving YouTube and all of the things, and talked about whiskey.
I heard you drank a chill filtered pick on that one too. Maybe
I did. We drank they found North Pick, and it's absolutely amazing, guys. You can't find it, so you can't get one. But he sent a sample. He sent a blind sample over, and I didn't know what it was, obviously, and I tried it, and it was actually a blend that he had made. So I wouldn't have guessed it no matter what. It was his like poor man's birthday bourbon or whatever. And so I gave notes on it, and I was like, I have no idea what this is. Like, it tastes like bourbon, but like not over oaked, but almost over oaked. Stuff like that. So,
oh man, did you
grab Bryan?
Did you see what I grabbed? I don't know. I could have grabbed anything. It could have been.
I gotta rewind.
I don't know. Yeah. What is it? Is this live? Can we go back?
Yeah. I rewound a little bit. All right. For type, I'm going to put bourbon. For type.
Okay.
For proof, I'm going to put 115.
Ooh.
For finish, I'm going to put yes. But the only finish is it's double oaked. Now, I know some people don't call that finished, but I do, because if you take it out of a cask and put it in another cask, it's double oaked.
Yeah. And so what's the rationale behind the double oak guess? What do you get off this that tells you that?
There is a tannic quality to this it's either high age or double oak. But it's not like normally with higher age, I get like a leather, a tobacco, that real rich, viscous, and this is pretty viscous, but it's I don't know. It's like there's something that makes me think it's double oaked. Now, it might not be, and I might just be a fool, which I'm okay to be a fool.
I'm drinking it alongside you now, and you're convincing me it's double oaked.
Nice.
So for distillery, I am going to say, man, now I have the birthday bourbon Old Forester in my head, and I know it's not that.
That's definitely not double oaked,
because that's the bottle right behind your head that you didn't pick up. So.
Oh no, that's 13th Colony, I think.
Oh, 13th Colony, close enough. 13th Colony, Old Forester, it's fake. So I'm going to say, knowing who you are, I'm going to say Heaven Hill.
Ooh, yeah.
And I'm going to do the 21 year, the one that you love so much.
24?
24.
24-year bottle of bond.
Yep. Yep. That's what I'm putting.
That's it. Are you locked in?
Yes.
Final answer.
Locked in.
Final answer. Okay. Bourbon proof. Obviously, if it's a bottle and bond, it's 100 proof. Heaven Hill 24. But I thought it was double oaked, but it could be the high age statement. So
it was double oaked, but it was aged so long.
You're allowed to hedge too. You can say double oak, but you can say whatever you want.
Yeah. No, I put the double oak in there for sure.
Yeah. Man, this is great. Okay, so you knew what it was. And you knew what was behind my head. Like, obviously for your birthday, I'm gonna send you birthday.
Hey,
it was right
what
there.
year is that?
Right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is the 2024. And also, if you're paying attention, you notice I categorize my bottles on descending heights here. What? They go down. So
Didn't know that.
You knew it was a
There's
little
spot
shorty.
missing.
Yeah, and you knew it was a shorty. Look how short those 13th Colony are. What could
Yeah.
possibly
They're
be
stubby.
as short as 13th Colony, Old Forester?
Awesome.
What's the
Birthday
proof?
bourbon.
Thank you very
Oh my
much.
God.
That's amazing. So it's
So
not
the
double
funny
oaked. It's not nothing. It's just a 12-year-old. What? 52.5.
53.5. You were trying to do that math there. I heard it. It is 107 proof. And the funny story behind this is you had this at the bar like yesterday.
Oh, cool.
I did have it. I was picking up my E.H. Taylor barrel proof that a bar was closing down and they were selling off some of their stock. And they were like, hey, we need to get rid of this birthday bourbon. And I was like, well, I guess pour me up. And they did. And it was literally the dredges there was literally probably this much that I had.
The bottle picture, it was an empty bottle in the bottle.
Yeah, it was totally empty. I actually have the bottle right there. It's literally on my shelf because he's like, just take it. We're going to throw it away. And I was like, all right, cool.
Nice.
So yeah, no, that is excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So now I got to have the 24 to compare these two. Man, that sucks. No, no, guys, this has been a blast. So one more time before I let you guys go, why don't you let everybody know where they can find you? Yeah. And also, go ahead. Any socials or anything you want us to follow? I know you guys have a Patreon. You guys have Instagram. All the things. Let us know what you got.
No, yeah. So we have a Patreon. It's Chillfiltered. No, ruined it already. We have a Patreon called patreon.com/chillfiltered. We have an Instagram. It's Chillfilteredpodcast. You can hit us up on email at chillfilteredpodcast@gmail.com. Really, if you've never listened to us or viewed us before, we are a podcast that is real, trying to be genuine. And I would like to say we are genuine, but that's up to you to decide on your own. It's our weekly therapy. We drink a new bottle new pour every episode. And we have a lot of fun just talking about whiskey in the news, whiskey, what whiskey would you choose? And those kind of things. And so if you're checking us out, check us out on YouTube. We're Chill Filtered Podcast. And then on any of the podcast venues, like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or whatever it is these days. I guess it's YouTube Music these days, but and those things. If you want to check us out, if you want to reach out on Instagram, we're always down to talk whiskey. But we love those who are on YouTube these days. We're really tracking that up. We don't really care that we're not like a huge podcast because it's truly just our weekly therapy. But we do love seeing new people and especially hearing from new people. So that's our shindig or whatever the phrase is. Yeah. Any other additional thoughts, Bryan?
Yeah, you heard Cole say the word whiskey like 90 times during that. But just to emphasize, it's about half life, half whiskey over here. Mm-hmm. Where and I know several people who just listen to the life half. And when we start talking about whiskey, they turn it off because they're not whiskey people. So
I'm actually really happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Half life, half whiskey over here. Yeah. So if you want to just pull up a chair at the table we're at, feel free to tune in.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it. And I mean, guys, if you're listening to my show, obviously you know how I do it. I'm half life, half whiskey as well. I sprinkle my life throughout the whiskey, but still, it's really cool to find like-minded people, both spiritually in the glass and also the way that you view this whole podcasting and world thing. Just like life is stressful enough. Why not just have a little therapy, sit back and enjoy life a little bit, because guess what? Monday we got to get back at it and do it all over again. So it's been a blast, and we will definitely have a round 2 on this because we haven't even got into the cool stuff yet.
I can't wait to do this again.
The girl dad stuff. My daughter said this morning, real quick, my daughter said this morning, make sure you wake me up so that we can have breakfast before I go to work.
Oh,
And I'm like, you have an alarm, like set your alarm. And she's like, no, I want you to wake me up. So, now, even though the older they get, she's 18. So the older they get, they still want some daddy in their life, which is really good because, they go through phases where they're like, I don't want to talk to you. Don't look at me type things. And now I think she's getting into this phase where she's like, she's thinking about moving off to college and stuff like that. So now she's like, I need you to wake me up, so it's really fun. So we did that, had some breakfast, had some family time in the morning. And that's what it's really all about. And then, sprinkle some whiskey here and there. Yeah. It just makes it that much easier. So, all right. This has been a blast. Thank y'all.
It reminds me, though, of why I snagged the Girl Dads channel on YouTube because there's so much there. Like,
absolutely.
So much there.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, just wait till they start getting married and having kids. And you're like, I'm still a girl dad. Like, boo. Yeah.
Never going to happen. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank y'all very much for hanging out with me. This has been a blast.
Absolutely.
And just make sure. Oh, let's do hopes. Why not? You guys always at the end of the show, you always do hopes. I hope personally that this show was a revival of what my show is all about and what everything that I want to put out there. And I hope that the listeners and viewers enjoyed it.
Yeah. I hope that you're free and clear 20 years from now, and that your daughter will grow up to have kids. Those kids will have kids, but before those kids will have kids, you'll be able to see your daughter's kids get married one day. And thank God for the recovery you've had on the cancer stuff. So I'm hoping that
appreciate that.
Yeah. And I hope you had a fantastic birthday. I hope you have many fantastic birthdays to come. But I hope you grilled something great. I hope you did something awesome yesterday.
Smoked something great.
Absolutely. But listeners, viewers, most of all, I hope that our love of whiskey kept your spirits up. Peace out.
Wait, what's the one they do? It's like, is it La Quinta? I think it is La Quinta.
That's a hotel chain, Cole.